What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another Ask the Producer series. Today, we are going through the mastering presets that just released. We have them right in the studio, so let's jump in. So for this project, we have currently loaded up the demo project from Morale. Once you are ready with your project, you can open up the export window, which is on the top right. Here, you can find a now new mastering section, which you can switch off with just the toggle here, or you can go into the edit where you can choose your presets. These presets are made to specifically make sure that your tracks are competitively loud towards the Spotify's and the Apple Musics of the world, so you know that your track is equally as loud as what is on there. Finally, there's 8 different ones, and all of these have different stylistic choices. Some of them are more transparent than others. Cranked specifically is very much a stylistic choice, as well as Cassette. You will get the idea once you hear them. So let's go through a couple of them and see what they can do. So we have our current project that sounds like this at the moment. Okay, actually, this is a good tip. So if you pick your loop bar here and set it, you can actually make sure that your song will be looping there when you're in the mastering window. So let's go back in and listen. So this is original first. Mastered. So classic gives a little bit more warmth to the original as compared to the original. Soft makes sure that there's no spiking kind of transients coming out there. It's just keeping everything pretty level. It also gives a little bit more extra room on the stereo spectrum. Like you can feel it go a little bit wider when you listen to soft. Then we have some of y'all's favorite thing, Subst, which if you've been listening to tracks on Spotify recently, you've been noticing that there's a bunch of sub-boosted things, especially on YouTube. There's a bunch, but there's sub-boosted versions of a lot of tracks. You can do that here with just one click. And I'm going to switch between the original and the mastered so you can really hear the difference. Now, Punchy has a little bit more of a focus on the transients of your song. So if it's kicks, snares, stuff like that coming through, you want it to kind of hit a little bit better. This is definitely going to be the one for you. So here we go, original first. Now, louder is basically classic, but a little bit louder. So it's a little bit more smashed, making sure you get all of those like nice sizzling kind of like, well, the in-betweens of your transients that are extra loud and just brings up everything a little bit more. So it's a little bit more compressed, but it makes sure that it does sound louder than classic. And now we're going into cranked. Now these last two are very much more stylistic, more than like transparent mastering. So yeah, let's give it a shout. So very much, very distorted. Now we have Cassette, which also has a little bit more lighter distortion, but tape wobble and some other things as well. So let's listen to that. We've gone through and made sure that this works with as many different possible styles as possible. Please do give your suggestions on anything else that you would like to come out of these. But for now, that is what we have. Mastering is an incredibly important step in the music production space. So you have let's say production and mixing and everything, that could be like the 80%, but that final 20 is when you are wondering why your tracks doesn't have the same sizzle, the same shine, the same loudness as other things, that's where mastering comes in. So it's a really, really important step to get those final 20% in. I can tell you, when I, in my creative journey, discovered how mastering affects the final master or the final track, basically, is that it just opened up so many more new doors. I started understanding, oh, this is why my tracks didn't sound the same. Like I figured like, oh, I added all the different elements. Like I tried to mimic stuff. I still didn't really get that right sound. Well, here it is. It is mastering. Mastering does so much more than you can imagine. And it's minute. Like sometimes you can't really hear it because it's that transparent, but it really makes a difference on the liveliness of the track. It is the equivalent of like having a really good vocal preset on your mic, or like a guitar amp preset on your guitar. It's so different, and it adds that little bit extra spark that you would normally have on your track. So I really hope you like these. We spent a lot of time on them, and with all of that said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.